Hello everyone, Teacher here. Welcome back to another video. Today I want to go over a few different things in no particular order. I want to talk about a lot of stuff off the top of my head, so if you're ready, let's take a closer look. So I want to start off by saying that I know people might be wondering, not something that you guys have commented about, but just in general, like my TCP is around 320. I believe it's 322 at the moment. I'm currently gold 1 due to sometimes the last couple of days when I had to rotate due to raid, my glyphs, and also my last game time this week. I've dropped a little bit. I'm normally in mid to upper gold 1 and sometimes sniffing into mid full 2, but it is where it is at the moment. Like, I'm really hoping for arena shift, and also just to let you know, I'll talk a little bit about 2024, my predictions, expectations, hope. I know many people do it. I personally haven't really done a whole video on it, but I will talk a little bit about it. So first off, I do want to head into raid because I know this is where basically all the focus is for everyone. So collected rewards. 364, and we did have a member missing, so we should probably be 375. And in that regard, we are a member down. So again, I know this will put some people off. You don't have to share this video out there. I really do mean that, because this is not my attempt to poach, but I'm just gonna say, if you are considering applying, then reach out to me in the comments or reach out to me in Discord DM and let's have a talk. Uh, quickly, would expect you to at least be around 12 million in your rate score. A little bit less could also be acceptable, but ideally, a member we have rotated out was around 12 million, and we would like to replace that. Or if you're higher, then of course, no worries. Free to play or light spender or whale, kraken, doesn't really matter. So whoops, didn't mean to go out. So with that out of the way, yeah, sorry, a little bit disclaimer there that I'm looking for someone. Okay, great. So I got a little bit increase here in chapter 1, 34k, not a lot, but small increase nonetheless. So what am I looking at for how I might be able to score in chapter 1? Here, 1.5 went fairly well. Haradrim pushing into it. Let's see, what else do we have here? Let me just find my scores. Then I have my scores here. This team will at some point be available for Div 4, so that's pretty good. This one, I do believe, have the opportunity to it, but yeah. So at the moment where I'm looking to increase, because as you know, I have my Q1 goal, 20 million, hopefully more, and some mid-full currency. I'm getting close. I just 19 million and 100k basically, so a little bit increase. But this team hopefully at some point this month or next month can reach into it. We'll see. So that's chapter 1. Chapter 1 is probably the hardest one, along with chapter 2. No, chapter 4 to plan for. So I do want to say that for those of you out there who are considering where do you want to get your score increase, if you can do 5 teams at 900k, my advice is do not go for chapter 1. Instead, move over into chapter 2. Chapter 2, as you can see, Haradrim and Goblins are doing really, really well. Here we have another team which is doing pretty okay as people are unlocking Gandalf. I would say make sure you guys have a well-leveled Eomer. He says that despite not having that himself. Gear 6. But Gandalf, Legolas, Gimli, and Eomer is a really good plug and play. I would highly recommend that for everyone as you are starting to unlock your Gandalf. I would really recommend that for everyone. So write that down. The Fellowship, also because we will probably get some characters in Q1. Otherwise, I would expect before the 1 year anniversary. I would really expect that. And what I would expect is probably, I don't know, I want to say Hobbit and probably Aragorn Aragorn makes a lot of sense to me as a Strider variant, or they slap it on Strider, but I don't really know. So down here, these two teams, this one is where it needs to be. I would have to invest more into my Lomian, or at least make these gear 10, I think. This team, however, is slowly getting there, so that's it. And let's jump down to find my other ones. Road to Rivendell. As you can see, a lot of people are scoring here, gear level. So again, I would really recommend Road to Rivendell. Sovereign talks about them a lot in different chapters. Road to Rivendell could be a way where I would invest if it wasn't so light side focused. But yeah, that is also a good thing. And as you saw, Goblins doing really, really well. So I would highly recommend that. Yes, there was a walk in there, but you can also with a full Goblin team. So chapter 2 is actually pretty okay easier, because if you can't, like, just a topple, if you have slows, then it's actually really, really easy in just the first topple, because you don't need to worry about the enrage stacks. And I believe a kill in difficulty 4 is... Oh, is it 700k? Like, if you get to the kill phase, if you actually get the kill. So, and difficulty 3, you could maybe get to a second topple. So I would really recommend you look at that. Whoops, sorry, my bad, not to go in there. I don't know why I did that. I was 2k off, 2.9k actually off in chapter 3 for mithril currency again. Again, I'm not really doing so much. Goblins, as you can see here, again, why I would recommend, as I did the video yesterday, I would recommend Goblins. Rivendell, make sure you have your Lord Balin. Again, gear level 5, that's more than enough, especially if you get him to 5 stars now that he's farmable. Build him for chapter 3 and chapter 4, you will not regret it. But yeah, Sleeper doing this here. As you can see, he has one more Gondor than me, so again, Gondor, I would really recommend them. If you do it with Herondale, you are also looking even better for your chapter 1, where you could get a 1.5. Again, I would say 7-star across the board, and really leveled abilities would be needed, but yeah, it is what it is. And this is also where you could look into someone like Charu and the Black Beast. So you do some Haradrim mix in chapter 3 and chapter 4. So again, Goblins, I'm looking into that as a future team. You can also do a Rohan, Frio with Nuras, Ironhide. There's a lot of different ways you can go about it. And then I want to go over here. Took a little bit lower score. Oh yeah, by the way, look at this. 4-man squad. Apparently that's doable. Madman. Haradrim. Not here, but yeah, as you can see, this team is also, again, push dwarves. You can really get a lot of effort out of the duo. So you're ready for when the Thorn comes. Balin and Biffer are available with some leadership abilities. Haradrim going pretty well as well. You can see this is what a full Rohan team can do. Pretty nice score, actually. So for raid, I would highly say for total free to play, make sure you have your Rohan Frio leveled. Goblins, hopefully Great Goblin becomes farmable soon. Elves, of course, are pretty nice to get. So Elladan, Elrohir, Arwen, Legolas. Fellowship, probably, I would honestly say for light side, as someone who you're gonna unlock eventually at 7-star, then I would say go for Fellowship. They are really, really powerful. The whales in DKCrew are talking about that. So Rohan free, Fellowship, RTR, probably the ones who are full at the moment. Goblins would unlock you another team in Dwarves. Thorn's Company, I would suggest those. For Shadow side, I would again suggest Goblins. If you haven't gone into actually your, what's it called? If you haven't gone into Haradrim, then just go Goblins. It's just really, really good, so I would really recommend you go for that. Gondor, if you have sunk into them, it is what it is. Hopefully, there will be some rework or something for them. Isengard is okay, but again, I would prioritize goblins overall. You will get more out of that. So yeah, again, Gandalf, work on him. He says while not having Gandalf leveled himself, but that's just because I have so much other light stuff to do. Rumel hopefully should be farmable soon. I would really recommend you plug and play him. He will work amazingly well with the Fellowship, so make sure you do that. Eomer is a must for a plug and play. And yeah, that's basically it. Now, some people are asking me Bilbo or Biffer. I've seen that question numerous times in DMs and in comments. I would say Biffer over Bilbo for those who go for the raid. If you want to build for way down the line for when multi-squad PvP comes around, then go with Bilbo. But remember, he won't be farmable for a couple of months. And Arena multi-squad PvP kind of leads me into the next thing I want to talk about. So what am I expecting for 2024? I'm expecting some more members to the Fellowship. If we go by the raid looking inside, it would be Frodo and Aragorn, but you need a healer here, so I don't know where they would really go with this, but I would say you need a healer. Pippin would actually work really well, and then another attacker or Merry Pippin. That would actually work really nice with cleanse immunity, haste, and everything. So there is something there. So that's Fellowship. I'm expecting some members there. Hopefully, I think Aragorn will be in there through Strider or a new character iteration of him. So what else am I expecting? Dol Guldur. I'm expecting we get that full squad. I don't know about Ballins. Maybe they will save him because it's a shattered timeline. I don't know. Dunlin. Well, Shadow will. Dunlin, I'm expecting we get something for those. I expect they would be an unlock. Maybe Theoden as a legendary. That would be towards the end of the year if Theoden comes, because War of the Rohirrim movie. So I would guess Theoden at that time, maybe. So yeah, uh, and that's also kind of like now that we're talking a little bit about Theoden, he might be a legendary. As for legendaries, I'm guessing 3 to 4 legendaries and at least 2 shadow. So I would expect, if we're lucky, we get one around the end of Q1. Otherwise, we should get something around anniversary, 1 year anniversary. There needs to be something big there, because honestly, I felt Christmas and New Year was a little bit of a letdown. So first year, it's normal for games to do that, every game basically. So I would be really surprised if they didn't do it. So that's Theoden, and for 1 year, I would say we want everyone talking about Witch King being full Nazgul team unlocked, and that makes sense, but I would love to see him there. They need to bring some real hype. So if it's not Witch King, I don't think Saruman can do it as the hype train, honestly. And who would be the unlock? I don't know, Dunlin again, maybe, but maybe if they do opposite faction, that would work with Theoden. But Theoden for 1 year, I wouldn't really go for that. And honestly, I don't know. Maybe Gandalf the White, but again, I don't want another light side, and I think it's too early for Gandalf the White to come into the game. But that could be someone. If we go other, maybe they could do Shelob. I don't know. Um, Many different ideas. Could also be Sauron, honestly, in some way, shape, or form. That would be really cool. So yeah, 4 legendaries, and I'm gonna go ahead and say Theoden Sauruman is gonna come into the game. And again, I know people say this, that it's gonna be a full Witch King team, but I'm gonna put Witch King as one of those who also get out here in 2024. And then there's the question, who do I want to see and who do I think they'll bring? Maybe they could do Ashak. Asok. Sorry. Otherwise, I don't really know what to do. Um, and then I think they will build out some teams with some plug and play here and there. I hope that that is not just going to be free marquee teams over and over and just have them build out. I think we'll see more Thorn's Company as well. So there is that to it. Now, what else do I expect to see? Multi-squad PvP. There will be another raid. I'm expecting before end of Q2. I think there will be another raid, maybe with the one year. And if I have to go with a raid guess, I would say they're either gonna do Helm's Deep or they're gonna do Battle of Minas Tirith, Pelennor Fields, all that, Osgiliath. But I think that's too early due to everything. So maybe you would wait with that until a future raid. And I expect a future raid will unlock a very vital I think second raid will be a Shadow Legend. So um, I don't really know where they will go from that, but that is my guess. So Saruman, Theoden, Azog, or Witch King. And I hope we don't get more light side legendaries, but I think we'll get two for sure. So if it's gonna be Theoden, then I don't know. I'll have to wait and see a little bit, but someone on the lines could also be Frandul. I hope they do some people from the appendix or something like that. Appendix. So yeah, we'll see. But I'm predicting at least 4 legendaries, and that is not including reruns, which I believe we'll get. We'll definitely get Thorin. If we get Elrond, I don't know because they never said they would do a second rerun, so a third wave, so a third wave. I think people just assume that, and that would make sense. I think this store over here will probably be unlocking something, and they'll place something here as well, maybe. I think we'll get another adventure. Who? Don't know. We'll get multi-squad PvP, but we'll also get some guild versus guild, I feel. And that should be very interesting. Shop-wise, I believe we'll get characters into the guild shop soon. Due to the backlash, I hope they don't place anyone in here before they address Challenge Store. We'll probably get another one to the arena. We might get 2 to guild shop. We'll get fairly soon, I believe, we'll get another light and shadow campaign, and I hope also a guild campaign, because we need that. What else do I expect slash hope? I expect we get a level cap soon. We'll get gear 11 and 12 also. So this is all something that I don't know about guild versus guild when that could come. I think people would want it really soon, but I don't know when they would actually release it. But multi-squad PvP, new chapters, level increase, and gear level cap, and a Shadow Legend. I think we'll get that within 6 months. Theoden, I expect before the end of the year due to War of the Rohirrim. Maybe a Dungeon Squad at that point, because people aren't building them. But I think they might try to cap on Dunland before that. Also, I think they'll build out their squads, and yeah, it's gonna be really, really interesting. So that was a bit everything from me. It was a bit longer video, but I'm feeling actually pretty okay today. So let me know in the comments down below, what do you think is gonna happen in 2024? I know other people have done this video as well, but I would like to hear your thoughts. And again, where do you think the next raid is gonna be? And consider leaving a like, and I'll see you all next video.